Okay, this is my favorite hat. Look at this thing. Look at this. You don't even know the happiness I feel in the hat. Anyway, so my friend Susie, who shall remain nameless, is my friend in Seattle. And I went to Seattle a few weeks ago, and I had dinner with Susie and her husband and some people and my husband, and we were sitting at dinner, and I started to tell a story about that flight I had. And I had these incredibly funny stewardesses. And the plane was so delayed that I was like freaking out because I had like 20 minutes in Seattle. 24 hours, but it was like 20 minutes. And I wanted to do a bunch of shit. And our plane was delayed, and I was like in the back of the plane waiting for the bathroom, and the stewardess and I started talking, and I was like, when are we going to really land? And she's like, well, we'll probably get there around 4:30. And she's like, why? I'm like, well, I have 24 hours there, and I want to go to this place. She's like, what place? And the din of the airline, the din of the plane, we couldn't really hear each other. And I was like, the salted sea. And she's like, salting sea? And I'm like, no, the salted sea. She's like, a salted sea? And it's like we couldn't hear each other. We're like in each other's face, like screaming it, like back and forth. And it was so funny. We were like crying, laughing after a while. And like the guy steward, like finally writes down, what are you saying? And so the whole plane flight was like about that. Every time they walked by, they'd be like salting sea. Like they'd say a different version. Funniest stewards and stewardesses in the world. And so I'm telling this story to Susie and everybody at dinner, and Susie's like, they don't like when you call them stewardesses. And I was like, what? And like I'm crying, laughing at the story, and I'm like, what is she saying? She's correcting my grammar, and I worship Susie, but she's you know who you are, you cute thing. And she's like, no, they what are they, flight attendants? And I'm like, I am not like a 60-year-old racist grandpa, I love the word stewardess. I think it's the coolest word, but I didn't realize. And we're going through dinner, and like, I think I said something else, and we asked the waiter. The waiter doesn't like to be called waiter anymore. They like to be called servers. It's like, I don't even know how the word waiter is offensive. I just like, how is that even offensive? I don't understand. How is stewardess offensive? Like, I don't even get the offense. So maybe I am racist to stewardesses and waiters, but I'm not, because I'm like a common folk. So anyway, oh my God, somebody's texting me. Anyway, so I've decided that I'm offended by being called a mother. And I would like to be called a child handler. That is, I will be offended if you call me a mother, especially you, Suze. And I want to be called a child handler from now on. All right? That's my thought for the day.